Okay, welcome back. For now, it's time for our trending topics.
Part
We all
two.
know
Yes.
parte dos. We all know this is my
Foreign
favorite
language.
part of our show because we get to talk about our pop culture. You know, that's what I do for. You think that's what I do for a living still because it is what I do every day. We're usually lighthearted. I just wanted to really address the shooting of XXX Tentacion, who was gunned down leaving a motorcycle dealership in South Florida. Um, he got his fan base through SoundCloud, which just is an attestament of his talent. You know, anybody can post music on SoundCloud, but for you to post it on there, post it on there and actually get a reaction enough for you to go
Build a
out and be
career,
touring
yeah.
and build a career. And in XXL magazine last year, their freshman class alum of 2017, you know, that's when they choose the up and coming rappers and, you know, and rapstresses, and they put them together.
Who got next,
Yeah,
basically, in
who
the
got
rap
next?
game.
Exactly. Artists such as The Game and Kanye West have, you know, just to name a couple, have sent out their condolences as well as the huge outpour from fans. It is a tragic situation. I don't want to spend a lot of time because we don't like to be too heavy, but I really wanted to address it because I need for all of you that are out there making these attempts at taking the focus off the fact that a 20-year-old black man lost his life and trying to focus on his past. It is no secret that he had a little bit of a sordid past and he had a lot of problems. You know, he had a lot of issues. He was accused once before of beating the pregnant girlfriend until she was blind in her one eye. He was accused of having while he was locked up at one point, having a gay cellmate that he beat within an inch of his life and then smeared his blood all over his face and body to wear as a trophy. And
Very violent young man.
exactly, clearly disturbed. And my thing is clearly disturbed. And for anyone that wants to focus on those things, that is a tragedy in itself, because the tragedy here is that such a young life has been snuffed out at such an early age. 20 years old, he was just starting his life.
Right.
Regardless of the problems he had and the things that he has done, your sorry ass has done some stuff in your life where somebody would want to probably bury you alive, but when you die, you still deserve an RIP. And I don't like the fact that a lot of people are focused on that and trying to take away from what is really the issue. My thing is, you might be focused on the fact that maybe he did attack the girlfriend or whatever, but let's also focus on the fact that she admitted that she lied and that he was not the one that beat her. You might want to focus on the fact that he beat the cellmate, the gay cellmate. I think they just used that as an issue. I don't think it had anything to do with the sexuality. I think he's just crazy and beat the man. Let's focus on the fact that he wore his blood
Right. That's also what I'm concerned about.
upon his face and naked torso body as a trophy after beating him. So clearly a disturbed individual, but nonetheless a tragic event for someone so young
Yeah.
to be, you know, have their life snuffed out.
So quickly. And for me, I agree with that same sentiment. And when I heard about it, the first thing that came to my mind, because I don't listen to his music, was, oh yeah, his face kind of scared me when I first saw him online with the tattoos and hair and no eyebrows, and it was just a lot. And then I was like, what is it about him that I couldn't put my finger on? It was some reason why I was never interested in trying to find out more about him. And I remember from my old radio show, we talked about the freshman class people. And when I Googled each person, what came up for him was the beating of the pregnant ex-girlfriend. So I was like, oh, well, that's why I didn't like him. But at the end of the day, that is where, I don't know the Bible verse, but where it's like only God can judge me. He has to answer to that. He's not on earth to face any of your judge and jury for whatever he did here on earth. He's no longer here. And he had a lot of fans and a lot of people who were affected by his life being lost. And they were saying the person that they're still trying to look for the killer, because who they thought it was, they ended up releasing him.
Yeah.
But they're saying that the whole thing was over rap beef. So,
Yes.
But of course, since we're not exactly sure who the killer was, it could be over just because you're in South Florida.
At first they were saying it was a robbery.
Right, a robbery.
There's
You're
been all
making
kind of
money
things
out here. Yeah. You think you better than me? Oh, okay, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what does that prove? So now he's dead and he still made more money than you before he died than what you have right now. Like, it's not like a video game where as soon as you kill somebody, all their coins and powers and points go over to you. You're not the most popping SoundCloud rapper right now because you killed this man. You didn't get his money. You didn't get his fame. You didn't get anything from that besides now you have to be in hiding for a murder case that is not going to solve anything. So just a pointless,
And if anything,
murderers.
it sucks that he's gone, but you did his children and family a favor. I had to make sure that I wrote this down. His, his streaming has soared 542,566%. I don't know what that means except for millions.
Right.
That's all I know.
You just gave his family a check because he's making more in death than he was making
in life. And that's also just a testament to the artistry. When you listen to his music, I always do my research, and I had heard some of his songs, but I really took some time to really listen. There's a lot of artistry, or was a lot of artistry in what he did as an artist. A lot of disturbing lyrics now, nonetheless, but he had a huge fan base. I don't even know what 542,566% means. That doesn't make, I don't understand what that means.
Once you go over 100, it's just, I don't know.
I don't know what that means, but that's what happened, and that happened within one day.
So who knows
the day
where it is
after
now?
his death. So who knows where it is now. Now, we spent some time on that, and I really just want to address that because we had to, but let's move on to something more along our speed.
Yeah.
Lighthearted. Last week, we got you up on the Run tour.
Yes.
And we talked, it kicked off, and the naked pictures, and in the bed, and
fetal position
on the beach, and Jay-Z in the suits. The On the Run tour so happens to be sold out in the U.S., but across the water, where they started the tour in the UK, don't nobody care. They are at the point that they are giving away tickets in the parking lot to people that are standing in line. They're offering free upgrades to people that have bad seats so that they will move closer to the stage and less the camera pan
and see
a lot of gaps
Mm-hmm.
in empty seats.
I think that's due to, let's just be real, Jay-Z. He also released a surprise album, Everything Is Love. I listened to it, and
What did you think, though? What did you think? Because I have not listened, so you went up to me here. What did you think?
I like the Beyonce parts. I can just kind of sit through the Jay-Z parts. And I did see a meme about that where it was Will Smith's face like this, and it was kind of like how I am listening to Beyonce and Jay-Z's album, getting through Jay-Z's parts. Because I just want to hear Beyonce. I don't really care about anything that Jay-Z has to say.
Beyonce,
He's more of like an add-on right now.
I know that you don't watch us, but you can't make us listen to him.
Yeah. Because we'll just mute his parts. I turn my ears off and I wait until, she's singing the chorus again. Okay, let me come back. Because
more than anything, I'll tell you, ever since that album dropped, I've seen more and more videos of people posting, bring back this Beyonce, and they're showing live performances of Dangerously in Love. Bring back this Beyonce.
Solo Beyonce.
Live performance of Beyonce singing Listen from the freaking Dreamgirls. Bring back Beyonce. Live performance of her doing Crazy in Love and Run the World. And what's the one where they walk real fast across the stage? That's my favorite one.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name of the song.
Come and take my hand. That thing right there. That's one of my favorite live performances to watch her do. But either way, that's what it's done.
Because she's rapping on this album.
She's rapping.
A lot. Like on almost every song.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I like, H-Town, 713, get it, B. I don't want to hear him, though. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for Jay-Z. I have 444. You want to know how many times I played it? 0. I just got it just because everybody was like, 444 is everything. Okay, let me see what it's about. Didn't listen to it.
Do you think that if she had released a solo album where she was doing all of this rapping, excuse me, there's wine in here, so that's why I keep burping. If she would release a solo album where she was doing all this rapping and not as much singing, do you think it would be any more popular?
Yes.
Just because it's her by herself.
Just because it's her. I've said this before. When it comes to certain artists, because your fan base is so huge, you can literally smear feces on an album and give it to people, and they're gonna be like,
they're
but
gonna
this
buy
Beyonce feces though, but this Lil Wayne feces though, but this Kanye
But you
feces
know
though,
what?
because Kanye was number one
Yes,
despite all the
despite
foolishness
all the
he's been
foolishness.
spewing.
But Kanye is an amazing rapper and artist, and Beyonce is a great artist. But one thing I will say, for all you Beehivers, they don't buy her music like that.
You sure?
Beyonce doesn't sell a ton of albums as a solo artist. She sells singles. I'm talking about the whole full thing. She sells singles, and she can sell out a crowd,
yes,
an arena.
They love to see her perform.
But
live.
I've noticed a lot.
I had noticed that just because I'll be listening to like certain podcasts, like I love to read, and they are Beehivers or whatever. If she drops some new merch, they're like, do I have to decide between getting food for myself this week or getting Beyonce this new Beehive? Not Beehive. What was it? The university that she made up for her last performance. Do I get this new sweatshirt or do I buy me some groceries? You know what? I can eat next week's sweatshirt. Oh, she released an album. I brought 4 of them. Like, that's the Beehive people that I'm used to seeing and listening to.
I feel like these days that fans are not what they used to be. You know what I mean?
They're more stand and want to fight online.
And they're fly by night because I feel like they will switch up. You know what I mean? They'll go right from one artist to the next, whoever's hot right now, rather than being a true fan. Like, you're a Beyonce fan because you started off as a Destiny's Child fan. I was a huge Destiny's Child fan, but I'm not a huge fan of Beyonce's solo music. Now, don't get me wrong, you cannot take away from her talent. But if she never made another album, I'd be okay. I need another Destiny. Where is Kelly and Michelle? I need another Destiny's Child album. Now, because now you know how I am about Mariah Carey. Like, she hung the moon and set the sun.
Yes, he's a big Mimi fan.
and she can do no wrong in my eyes. Like, I am a true fan.
Yes.
I have loved her since she was 19 years old, singing Vision of Love for the first time on Oprah. First time I ever saw her was on Oprah Winfrey. And I'm a true fan, and now all these years later, I am still right there. You can stand there and not sing at New Year's Eve. You can
have microphone issues.
Whatever. It doesn't make any difference to me.
Get carried around the stage.
And well, you know she doesn't walk no more. She just gets carried around and dipped down. But that's okay. But I just feel like fans today, they're not like that about their artists. Now, you know, the Beehive people, but I feel like a lot of them too started as Destiny's Child fans.
Right. So they would still stand over Destiny's Child as well.
But Jay-Z's fans need to stand by him because your wife can't carry you around forever.
Sure can't, because the Beehive is not fond of Jay-Z. So
and
that's why
they are cutting him up.
That's why they're like, I feel like I'm not even sure where the album is right now, but I can't imagine that it's doing too great just because it's them together. And the Beehive has not forgiven him for making the queen go through so much stress to actually have a miscarriage and cheating on her. She is the most perfect woman to them.
Did she really have a miscarriage?
That's what they both rapped about. That's what they both put in the song. So I wasn't there, but that's what they say.
They might have been pregnant and given up a baby, but did they really have a miscarriage?
Is this conspiracy right there? Don't get us taken off there. Because you always getting deep with these people. All right? I still listen to the album, though, because at the end of the day, it is majority Beyonce. It's more like Beyonce's album, but Jay-Z has a verse on every song.
I don't know.
That I just tune out because Ape Shit is my song. I like that. It's good workout music right there.
I'm going to listen to it and see. But my thing is just that, like I said, I honestly don't like Lemonade Beyonce. I don't like Beyonce album partition Beyonce.
Really?
I like booty shake pop, you know.
Where she tries to get serious. She
I don't want to hear her do serious music. I like when she's out there gyrating and popping it and locking it and throwing it about and slinging hair.
She had those songs on there too.
It wasn't the same. I don't want to hear boom, 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 boom. I don't want to hear that. I don't hear. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I don't like that Beyonce, and I don't like Don't get me wrong, and I have the lemonade and I have the Beyonce. I have them.
The lemonade and
I just like when she's out there popping and locking and throwing it and snapping it and twirling it about.
It's 3 kids later. You know, we had to slow down just a little bit. Because she's still stomping it and twerking it and shaking
when she
it on
performs
tour.
live, she absolutely. I'm talking about the singles that she like, the music she's doing, and I guess she's trying to be deep and
Trying to grow up.
you try. Don't grow up.
Oh,
Don't grow
okay.
up. Look
No
what growing
growth.
up does for you. Look at Sierra. Sierra is married to Russell Williams. Thank you, Jesus, because she'd be broke. Nobody wants to hear you croon. They want to see you goodies and throw it and pop it and
do.
yeah.
You're right about that. But see,
It's the
Sierra
same
can't really
thing.
sing, so there's that too.
But see, Beyonce really can. See, and that's what when I say diehard fans, they're like, we want the old Beyonce back, but you still support her. People like to say all the time, Mariah Carey doesn't sing anymore. She doesn't have to sing Vision of Love and all those big ballads.
She is a legend, so
She's
that's a
She
whole
can do
nother
whatever she
story.
wants. Well, so
Right.
is Beyonce. Beyonce is a living legend. I have to give her that.
Okay.
I have to give her that. She's a living legend. She is the queen.
I
as
agree.
they
I
call
feel
her.
the same way, but I didn't know that you felt the same way. So we're on.
No,
the same
I'm
page.
just, hey, they assigned the title. The one thing I will say, you cannot take away from what she does. I just don't like the type of music that she's doing right now.
Well, oh, I was about to say, well, on the album, there's a couple, but then again, like I said, you gotta sit through the Jay-Z parts to get to the Beyonce, like, okay, and
what I said at the beginning, Beyonce, you can't make us listen to Jay-Z, that was a meme that I saw. I didn't make that up.
Oh.
I saw that, Beyonce, you cannot make us listen to Jay-Z, and it had a bunch of B's
right
after, so they don't appreciate it.
I'm not in the half, but I agree.
Anyway, we're so glad you sat in and tuned and listened, and I know it was a little heavy, but I hope we lightened it up at the end. Talking about them, give me a ticket.
I know, right?
Then I would go.
And a flight to Europe.
You're talking about freaking $1,200 and $2,000 tickets that are being handed out
right
for free.
Those right up there in the front by her. That's why people be like, I'm gonna skip my food this week so that way I can be on the stage so I can touch her.
Thank you.
That's what they want. They're not trying to be up in the nosebleeds.
Subscribe. No. I want to see her hair get caught in the fan, and help her get it out of there. Yes. Subscribe, comment, do all that.
Make sure
stuff.
that you like this video. Give us a thumbs up.
You can follow me on Instagram at MTAuntG. And MTAunt Grover is my Facebook.
Yes, and you can follow me all over social media at Blondie's Lipstick. And make sure that you check out everything Blondie's on blondieslipstick.com. Until next time.
Next week.